No.
Never hit a kid?
No. No.
Were you hit as a kid?
I was not. No.
Never was spanked?
No.
Really?
I think my dad had a pretty abusive background, and he was very
Oh.
adamant to not keep that going, that cycle.
Maybe that's why you want so much pain now. You missed it in childhood. Well,
I had plenty in my childhood. I mean, I started skating at age 10.
I got spanked.
Yeah.
Not often.
Right.
But it was like the nuclear option.
Right.
Which that to me is the correct policy for corporal punishment. Of course, you put it in the hands of sadists and stupid people and drunks and drug addicts, but that's true of everything with a child. If a child is living with a psycho of some kind, it's going to be horrible, and it's probably going to manifest in some sort of physical violence as well, and that's horrible. But that doesn't mean you need to proscribe this for the majority of people who, kids are little monsters. They're feral. You have to educate them to be decent humans. It's not innate.
No, you definitely, but you can teach them to make good choices, I think, without physically abusing them. I think that what you're saying,
abusing them.
But I understand what you're saying.
Spanking is not an abuse of it.
But I think your experience or whatever is more of an exception to the rule when you think about people who are regularly spanking or hitting their kids.
Not in my generation.
No.
In my generation, everybody got spanked. In fact, I mean, it's hysterical.
I did actually. I got hit in school once.
Oh, and then there were the nuns. I
wasn't going to Catholic school, but
yeah, no, I got hit with a ruler by nuns. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't go to. I
got hit with the equivalent of a phone book.
Catechism, and they had a ruler. That I guess it was just why you would carry a ruler. I think only for that purpose. We weren't measuring things.
Right.
We weren't measuring.
Yeah, it was definitely the whipping stick.
The whipping stick.
Yep.
And it was on the knuckles.
Yep.
And it smarted, and I don't think that's the worst thing to do to a kid. And look, I mean,
it smarted. That was the perfect generational term for that.
Absolutely did. Oh, that's smart. And that's why the kids today have no smarts. Good night, everyone. But it is. I do think it's connected. I think kids need boundaries. They need discipline. They're not getting it. That's why they've gone insane.
Okay, but having a lot of kids and you have none, I think it's easier for you to generalize that.
Well, I mean, we can look at it two ways. You're too close to it, and I'm too far to it. You see your kids, and when people look at their own kids, it's very hard for them to see flaws. Their kids are.
I'm not saying they're not flawed. No way did I say that, and I never would, nor would they. I mean,
of course, yeah. But I mean, parents, it's hard to be objective about your own kids. So maybe I'm sure you're right. You're not in this category, but lots of parents, and this is one of the big problems with parenting and all the problems it causes down the road for all of us in society, is that parents don't give their kids boundaries. They don't
say no. They don't rarely say no.
Exactly.
I agree with you there.
They take the path of least resistance.
And also just the idea that you have to compliment everything.
Right.
For jobs that are expected.
Oh.
That's the rub for me.
And then you know what the result of that is like, you grow up like that, and I see it in society, like people now, that the younger two generations expect to be complimented for just ordinary things. I got this this exercise machine. I won't say the company, but and it comes with an app on your phone, and you connect that to the TV, and then you basically, there's a trainer on there, many programs, and I did this for a few months. I just couldn't take it anymore because the trainers, it's not what they're telling me to do. It's that every 5 seconds they have to tell me
I'm great. Killing it.
You're a warrior. Just shut the up and tell me what to pick up next.
I mean, I want to say that was part of, my dad was very rare with compliments. And so when I was doing, skating and stuff, it wasn't that I was doing it to impress him, but definitely there was a part of me that was like,
Absolutely. I remember my father once looking at my report card, and it was like all A's except like one B,
Right.
which was in like science or something, and he just went, had some tough tests in science this term.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, just like a little
I know.
dig,
Yeah.
and it's like just enough to make me want to get his approval even more
Right.
next time, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world. Because I probably did do better next time. I mean,
we could have used a little encouragement.
absolutely. No, I mean, that generation, which apparently is both our parents' generation, the World War II generation, the Depression and the war. I mean, these motherfuckers were hard,
Yeah.
hard.
Yep.
These kids, they think don't even know the meaning of it. Hard. They were hardened by
Yeah. My
by
mom
poverty
is trying
and
to raise 4 kids. She's working.
oh.
My dad is in the Navy. It was definitely not easy. I've recently found something she wrote. She passed away, but where she was talking about her life. She's like, my life is generally good. We could have used a little more money in the coffer.
Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.